Russian President Putin is claiming momentum as the death toll rises from a devastating strike on a Ukrainian apartment building. Matt Gutman is on the scene. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. You can see those rescuers behind me, some of them in cranes there, clawing at that rubble still, and it's hard to imagine, but where you're seeing open sky stood a 9-story building. Unfortunately, we're now hearing that this has turned into a recovery operation. I want to give you a sense of the destructive power of that missile, firing shrapnel across these buildings, scarring them, shattering every window in this complex.
This morning, that pile continues to smolder, but hope of finding survivors is fading. Overnight, nearly a full day after a 38-foot missile obliterated this apartment block in Dnipro, rescuers digging this woman from the twisted concrete, cradling her in their arms, carrying her down the pile, and handing her to medics. The moment catching the breath of an entire nation fixated on that pile. The death toll from Saturday's strike rising to 40, 3 of them children. Over 70 wounded, and dozens remain unaccounted for. It's now one of the deadliest Russian strikes on civilians since the start of the war.
Crushed cars, garbage cans flung like they were little toys, and the smoke is so thick in the air, it's almost hard to breathe with it billowing.
An army of rescuers and aid workers assembling, neighbors struggling with the loss. This woman, Tatiana, unable to hold back. The missile spraying shrapnel hundreds of yards, and nearly 1,000 people like Yevgeny homeless. And as the blast turned his neighborhood into a moonscape, there was one thing he couldn't unhear.
The most maybe scary was noises and voices of people.
Screaming.
Screaming.
And this morning, bitter fighting continues in Ukraine's east, with Russia's Vladimir Putin on state media touting, quote, positive momentum in the ruined towns of Soledar and Bakhmut.
Now, the fighting in the east, brutal. We're hearing of tens of thousands of casualties, and hoping to break that stalemate for the first time in this war, Ukraine getting 14 battle tanks from the UK. Cecilia.
All right, Matt, thank you so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.